What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Blogs with Boilon Friday. Today we have a few things to go over just really quickly before we do get into the blog today. Obviously, the events are starting today. If you haven't checked out my event video from yesterday, go check that out. Also, I had a video that I put out this morning about the Cosmic Crucible 32 tournament, which also should be live right now. So let's go on and take a look at that just really quickly. Who am I matched up for my first one? -123 lol 456 minus. Okay, so we're not going to be doing the battles in today, but I just really quickly just wanted to see what he decided to use for his, or they decided to use for their overcharge room. That's what I discussed in my first video, and I think this is going to be one of the most important rooms. So we do. I was thinking about something like this, honestly. I was thinking about just saying, screw the Tangled Web room and, using them here in room 6. So that's going to be really interesting. And I think that I'm probably going to have to record some of this just to see how this goes. But that'll be on a later video. I think this is kind of interesting anyways. So, also, like I said, the events start today, so make sure that you're opening your gold orbs and doing your Cosmic Crucible battles, because that's going to be really important for the events that have gone live. And I wanted to check out this Flower Bouquet event store, because that's going to be in there for the event right now as part of the 6-day Mother's Day thing. So there are character shards here, some in which, I could use. Agatha's in here, so that's good. I still don't have Dazzler completed. And there are some teal uniques, which actually isn't too terrible. So this is extra bonus stuff that you're going to be able to get as you go along the game, which is nice. So this one actually was a good event, so far. So far, it seems like a good event. I'm not going to put my foot in my mouth about this just yet. So let's go over to the response, though, from the Incursion Invaders issue from the other day. Some of you guys may have been able to take advantage of this. I mentioned it in my Discord channel that basically if your invaders were not 5-star, you were able to do this as long as they were gear tier 15, and you were able to take advantage of the bonus event. And as a result, they will be rerunning this for people who do have the requirements, the 5-star and gear 15. You'll be able to do this again. Players with they really messed up their grammar a little bit here. But basically, so if you weren't able to take advantage of the bug, you should be getting some compensation in the near future. I don't know what that's going to look like, and for those of you who do have able to do the bonus legitly, we'll be able to do it again. I don't even know if that was a real word, but anyways, so that's what's happening. You can read about it here on the blog post on that one. So if you're ready to go, everyone, let's get into the actual blog for today. And we have ourselves the Nova Trials. I forgot to bring this up in a video, but yeah, Nova is actually just around the corner. Shockingly, that they didn't really tell us until this blog here today. It seems like that's what the plan is. So let's take a look at what their weekly battle plan is. So May the 14th, an Orb Blitz. May the 15th, Agatha Blitz. So that's going to be on Monday. That's not that much different. I'm assuming it's both orbs here. May 15th, Coordinated Assault. May 18th, the Nova Legendary event. So that's 6 days from now. That is next Thursday. That's pretty soon. And they didn't really give much warning. Actually, there was no warning. There was that event image that was appearing on their Twitter page, and that did actually make mention of the Nova event on May 18th. But other than that, they didn't really say it much, and so this was a bit surprising. It kind of took some people by surprise, and actually very few people, including myself, didn't even bother to cover it. And it's not that I didn't know about it, it's just I wasn't able to squeeze it in anywhere for whatever reason. And then we have the other stuff that's due to happen here. This is a new event, I guess. Cosmic Corpsman, Corpsman Orb Fragments from campaign nodes, and then Black Hole Boogie, win or lose in Arena. We've not had an Arena milestone in some time. Raids and win in Blitz. Okay. May 19, RTA Pass with Bucky Barnes, so more Invaders shards there. And then this is probably a quick Rumble with X Factor, Block Party, and Back to Boot Camp. I don't know why they've decided to go do it this way. I don't know if this is part of a actual event, one of the main events that are coming soon. I would have to go back and double check my stuff, my spreadsheets. The Nova Trials. Okay, so you need to be commander level. A lot of this is pretty similar. If you know how to do scourges, then this shouldn't be all that surprising. But I want to know, what characters are we expected to use on this, right? The Nova Trials will require you to deploy squads across 10 missions. Okay, so 10 with a score, 3 yellow Novas, with a run score of 600k. This is new. Used to be 500k for a flat unlock, so that's going up. But if you fall short of the mark, you can still unlock with a run score of 450k. Through the rank rewards. Okay, so it used to be 400 and 500k. Now it's 450 and 600. So they raised the bar a little bit, unless it's the same difficulty to get there, but otherwise on the surface, looks like they raised the bar on the unlock a little bit. Maybe it was a bit too easy in the past. You can even earn a 4 Yellow Star Nova with a run score of 2.2 million points. Is that with the ranked rewards payout or without the ranked rewards payout? Probably without. You'll be able to earn these rewards again in subsequent runs of the Nova Trials event. So it looks like that they're putting more shards into the actual milestone versus the payout, and we'll have to see when it actually goes live next week and kind of take a look at that, though, more specifically. And what I'll be interested in the most is kind of seeing the leaderboard at the end of it and see where the active player base is, because we've been talking about this decline in the player base, and every time there's a payout, like especially after the first one, like I did for the Archangel event, we got a bit of a bird's eye perspective in terms of the actual player base and how many players were actually active in that Scourge. So I'll be doing that as well for Nova. Run scores, clear all 10. We kind of know how this works here. I'm not going to go over that part. The difficulties and packs. So they're not calling it Scourges, are they? Run by selecting a difficulty from 1 to 10. Packs. Yeah, so packs instead of Scourges. Not Scourges anymore. Which can bolster or hint. So improve your points by adding packs. Nodes 2, 6, and 10 require the choice of the following. So it's 3 nodes. 3 nodes for these sets of characters instead of 2, which is interesting because now being at node 2, it means that you absolutely have to build these characters at least above difficulties 5, because in the past it was 5 and 10, which actually meant that you could do higher difficulties and do the first 4 nodes and still unlock them. Now it seems that they've kind of closed that loophole that you will have to invest in these characters if you want to unlock at least a difficulty 5. So that is quite a bit of a change from the previous Scourges, and that might actually change strategy going forward in terms of building these characters and what my recommendations are just in general for building, because I basically told people now to stop building Scourge characters, but now it seems like you will need to build. I mean, Masters of Evil are really solid in Cosmic Crucible anyway, so it's probably worth building these characters. To what degree you need to or should build X Factor, honestly, I don't think you're probably going to need it. I'm assuming that the difficulties of these nodes will be comparable and such that you should be able to clear all 3 of them with Masters of Evil and Quicksilver, but that's just my initial thoughts. Here's the okay, so I'm not going to go over these just now. I'm probably going to have to do a completely separate video analyzing these like I have done in the past with Scourge events, because there's probably going to be a large list. And there was a video done by Tana that kind of went over this stuff, so he did, maybe some people already know about this. I did not watch it, however. That being said, that there is quite a few different ones there. On spawn, city hero characters gain the X Factor trait, and mutant characters gain the Bionic Avengers trait. There's some really bizarre ones. Master of Spider-Verse, on spawn, global bio characters gain the Masters of Evil trait, and Spider-Verse characters gain the Tangled Web trait. I imagine that this is going to be on both sides of the field, though, so you're going to want to be careful about this when you're using that. But what I want to know more broadly is the other nodes in terms of what you need to do. There's a lot of them here, but it doesn't actually say. So what does that mean? Does that mean that there is no actual requirement on nodes outside of 2, 6, and 10? 7 nodes that are free up? I don't know. But otherwise, what's the point of having some of those, the extra traits down there? It seems like we're maybe missing some information. And that's a bit unfortunate, unless it's further down or I missed it. Let me know in the comments down below. Solar Flare events, Coordinated Assault. Not going to bother opening that up. We kind of know that. Spend your ISO 8 energy. Make sure you're saving it. Cosmic Corpsman. This is an event. I don't remember seeing. Maybe it was in my table. I don't remember. But nonetheless, it looks like a main event milestone because it has Blazing X Genes, and it does have an event item down below. But like I said, you're going to be spending campaign energy for this. This is pretty normal. So we'll be doing that. This starts on the 18th, so I will be putting this video out on Wednesday. It's going to be next Wednesday. I always do these the day before as well. The Black Hole Boogie Web milestone is just as part of that, which gives you some more milestone points in here. So you're going to want to do both, of course. And we'll be going over that math on Wednesday next week because people have a low retention. So it's best to really just tell them the day before, and that's what I always do. Interstellar Investigators, that just looks to be like a quick rumble for X Factor. Nothing different there. The Knowhere Siege, though. This is the Alliance War season, basically. And this is going to start on May the 22nd at 6 p.m. for a Zone 1. So that's going to be, we're still quite out. That's 10 days from now. So that's quite a far out. For me, that might be Saturday as well at some point, possibly, or even Monday. I have a 2-day break from Sunday and Monday to Tuesday. So I don't know. I don't know when mine's going to be. I think I'm Zone 4. But nonetheless, it's going to be coming a little bit later. And that's when the updates are going to be. What I do like about this, and hopefully is when they add it, is that it's going to be moving towards a more efficiency-based system and not about who destroys what rooms early on. There's also going to be attempt bonuses here. You can read all about it on the blog here. I'm not going to go through every single bit because we've discussed it a little bit before. But you will be... rooms will be made easier as a result. So if you fail to kill something, then you will get an attempt bonus, I think, here, and that's for the efficiency. But also, enemies will get easier. I believe they're supposed to get debuffed, basically. They lose stats and stuff every subsequent attack that you do. So read all about it in here. And point systems for attacks. Wow, they're really scaling things up. 20,000 points for the bridge. 10,000... Destroying all other rooms, eliminating a single enemy. Okay, so it looks like the point system for Alliance War is really, really skyrocketing. So I don't know. What was it? 50 for a regular room, and now it's 5,000. Holy crap! We'll have to see. You know, I'll probably have to do an analysis video after my first war in this, and kind of just take a look what the differences are in the points from each side, because yeah, this is what I was talking about here. So the exhausted effect, basically, if they survive an attack, they get a little bit weaker, and they get reduced stats. So you can see here that lowers a character's damage, armor, and all that by 20%, which is quite a bit. It means that there's not going to be like a permanent wall team like Heroes for Hire was back then. It'll be made easier each attempt that you make. Which also makes it think that you could just chuck random characters at it just to cause the exhaustion. Obviously, that's not good for your efficiency, but you know, you don't have to blow like big teams to trigger this. You could just do whatever you want. And then there's going to be different room and trait bonuses for Black Order. 100% primary stats to defending Thanos and Black Order allies. That's funny. You know, if you have a Black Order team sitting around like veteran players, kudos to you. Save 3 safeguard. Oh my god. This is definitely gonna be probably in like the 2-tap territory for sure. But wow. It's all rooms, so you can stick them wherever you want. So I don't know. This will be interesting. Everyone's gonna throw their Black Order up on defense, and I'm wondering what kind of meta teams that you're gonna need to use to beat them, because they're a pretty old team, and I don't know if 100% stats is actually enough. You can see all the adjustments that are made to the other rooms here, and cosmic villain allies are getting bonus stats all across the board. So that's just, you know, Black Order, of course, but there may be a few extras as well. Dormammu, just off the top of my head, Kang is cosmic villain too. So, you know, who knows? Extra stats there for everyone that's cosmic villain. Gear tier 18. I'm interested in this. The next stage in Gear Evolution, coming form. Yeah, when's it coming? You'll find it in the rewards from the Incursion Raid. I kind of knew that. Upcoming limited time events. Okay, that's probably milestone leaderboards. And in Dark Dimension 6, which is currently slated for a future release. Now, Dark Dimension normally comes out around September, October time. So that's kind of what I'm expecting. You know, we're probably not going to see it much before then. That's typically when they release those things, at least they did in the past. But Incursion Raids are going to be the most important way to get Gear Tier 18. Ultimate 32, we talked about that. That starts today. Bucky Barnes RTA Pass, which is going to start later. Second Apocalypse, Saga... Bear not. Oh, Sunfire. Okay, was there an extra one? I thought... Alright, whatever. Elite Store Quicksilver, 4th and 5th red stars for Dark Promotion characters. Character availability, Icarus flying into the raid store. Yeah, so I made mention of this, that Icarus was going to be made permanently available, but I'm shocked. I'm honestly shocked that they put him in the raid store after all this time. It's very easy to get shards, so hey, everyone's going to get a 7 yellow Icarus. Get a 7 red on him while you're at it too, because it's going to make it really easy. And I guess what this means is that they're really trying to push not the FOMO, but the frustration with the Tangled Web Eternals and how that's going to be in Cosmic Crucible, because they make note of that right there. Don't miss this chance to strengthen this key defender in the Creeping Spiders room of Cosmic Crucible, which is going to be next week after this tournament. So everyone's going to have a 7 yellow, 7 red Icarus in no time. Now, it doesn't say exactly when that's going to be. And Bucky Barnes is going into the regular orbs as well. We're almost done. Friday free claim with Gwenpool. I was going to check that out. And don't forget, everything in here is, what is it, everybody? Subject to change, because you never know when things are going to get flipped on you, because this is boundless. But very quickly, I just wanted to check out the store anyways and the Free Claim Friday stuff and make sure it's there, and it is. There's a bunch of stuff here, including the event claims that you want to do that, like the Crucible 3,000 points. That's actually quite a bit, I think, for Light the Crucible. And the Free Claim Friday there, I'll be sure to add all of this into my spreadsheet totals for the month of May. That's everything, guys, and I hope that you guys have an amazing weekend. We'll have more videos to talk about, of course, over the weekend and into next week, especially as it relates to Nova and getting prepared for the Scourge. The Pact? I don't know, whatever to call it. Anyways, you know, one thing that I do want to follow up with is whether or not there are specific characters to be used on specific nodes outside of the, 2, 6, and 10, or whatever it is. 7 nodes that are unaccounted for. Usually there is traits on those, but I didn't see any in the blog, so I'll try to follow up on that as well. Otherwise, enjoy your weekend, everybody, and until next time, stay safe and healthy, and I'll see you all later. Boilon signing out.